Hey guys, what is up? 808 Tim here, and we are back with another one here in the flight game. So, in this one, we are doing our trip around the world. We're doing Amsterdam on the way to Sion Airport, SIR or LSGS, in the Swiss Alps. Absolutely amazing, beautiful approach for that one. And we're going to be making a little flyover on a beautiful German town that I found. So, super excited for this one. It'll be a hour 36 flight. Nothing too crazy, nothing we can't handle. So, yeah. Now, without further ado, we got everything all set up. Let's get right into it. It's been a minute since I've done one of these flights. Hello?
Schiphol Tower,
Hello?
808 Alpha India Romeo, 791 tree at runway 06, ready for departure. Departure to the east. Cleared for takeoff, runway 06. 808 Alpha India Romeo, 791 tree.
I'm not gonna cap though. Like, we have it all figured out, but I'm not gonna lie, we're not gonna do... Here's the thing. Okay, hold up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is... Okay. And then in between, we need to find Cologne, Germany. We're close. Cologne, Germany, and then we need to go down a little bit, and we are gonna go to a town that I found, and it's up here on a river. We definitely passed it. Drakenberg. Okay, why are we struggling so much? Let's see. We just must be missing it by just a little bit. Huh. Man. Oh! Found it. Okay. So here's what we need to do. Like right here. It's a beautiful town along a river, so I want to add it right there. But that's not good enough. Okay, we're leaving that. That's just going to give us a nice little turn to then line up with the town of Kokem and the castle. And then we're headed all the way over to Switzerland. Here's where I want to switch it up. Gotta really do this right. Yep. We're gonna do a 7:35 a.m. flight. Or wait. Yeah. Let's fly out at 808. And then everything else we need is set.
Schiphol Tower, 808 Alpha, India Romeo, 79er 13. Ready for east departure at runway 06.
808 Alpha, India Romeo, 79er 13. QNH 909er 2, departure to the east approved.
Okay, so we got a morning flight. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's get our settings set up. Let's sink our fuel. Got 147 gallons. We're gonna initialize our empty, our weight. We're not doing a direct flight. Now we need set our heading. And we'll change it once we're up. Flight director on. Altitude select. We're probably going to stick at 3,000 for now. Let's be sure our ice protection is on. Everything else looks good. Okay. Hold up. Auto throttle. I'm going to want to do manual. We're going to set to we're golden. Ready for takeoff. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day here too. Definitely going to be a beautiful flight.
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Continue for east departure.
Schiphol Tower, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Continue for east departure.
Everything is all
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Schiphol Tower, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Frequency change. Schiphol approach, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree is type 2 miles southwest of Echo Hotel Whiskey Charlie Yankee 3500. Request flight following.
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Schiphol approach. Squawk 5467.
Squawk 5467, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree.
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Radar contact 2 miles south of Echo Hotel Whiskey Charlie Yankee 4200. QNH 9er 2.
Roger, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree.
We're gonna get that heading changed. Wow, absolutely beautiful start here. Once we make it through these clouds, it's going to be gorgeous. Okay, so we've got auto throttle on, manual at 175. Let's keep it at. Hold up. Maybe we need to go a little bit higher. At some point, I want to get a little controller that will allow me to physically change the headings so I don't have to look away. Look at this. Wow. But yeah, so I don't have to do that right there. It'll allow me to change it on my desk. And then I can turn my knobs. Something very simple, like turning on autopilot, setting the heading. To watch. This was a perfect time for the flight. My God. Absolutely incredible. What are we doing? Bump that speed up to 240. Oh my God, that's incredible. The outside air temp. Okay, 31 degrees.
Traffic. 11 o'clock. Low. 2 miles.
Hold up. Sometimes we'll see them fly down below us. For now, since I don't have that control, I have to look down a lot. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. It's working. Wow. We're gonna get up to 10,000 feet, just cruise. That's quite the view, quite the morning view. boy, when we land and get to Switzerland, that Swiss airport's gonna have such a sick ass landing. Very, very scenic approach. Honestly, let's keep it at 8,000 feet. There we go. It's changing back. We'll keep it at 8. I like 8,000. Absolutely freaking incredibly beautiful view. My goodness gosh.
Alpha India, Romeo 79er, 1 tree contact, Eindhoven approach, on 1 tree 2.5 tree. Good day.
1 tree 2.5 tree, 808 Alpha India Romeo 79er 1 tree.
So if you're just tuning in, we are on the way to Switzerland from Amsterdam. This is a part of our 808's Trip Around the World series where we are literally circumnavigating the world in our Cirrus Vision Jet G2. Absolutely beautiful views this morning. I love these little S-curve lakes or rivers. There will be some series where, I don't know, at some point, once we finish our trip around the world, I would say we're about almost, if not halfway through with the trip. We're almost there halfway. We've got a lot of I mean, maybe not halfway. Maybe not halfway fully, but we've got a lot of dope. A lot of dope places coming up. We had the Eiffel Tower in our last one. That was fire. Looks like we don't have any weather. It's just to the right of us. So right now, we're just clear cruising. And I'm pretty sure flight plan 000 is the castle. It's Kokem and the castle. This would be one of those cities that's so freaking beautiful. If it has a good waterfront view, I would like to get a water plane at some point and just cruise it, kind of just chill. Seems like a really chill place. So, but for now, clear skies on the way to Switzerland. I just, I like the night flights, but I also don't like the night flights. I really dislike flying at night sometimes just because, I don't know, I just don't like it that much. I'm going to sign off this mic for a little, and we're just going to be flying. As we get closer to the castle, I will, in the city of Kokem, I'm going to lower the altitude. So. For now, about 25 minutes out. So when we got about 15 minutes, I'll drop down. But for now, just look at this view, man. Absolutely incredible skies to be flying. Hell yeah, man. Absolutely beautiful.
7901 tree. Approach. QNH 90901. Radar contact continue. Approach. 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Cleared through Bravo airspace. 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree, contact approach on 128.655. Good day. Going to 128.655, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree, 8,000.
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Approach. QNH 90900. Radar contact. Continue.
Looks like the autopilot's malfunctioning. Okay, we got it fixed. Looks like it actually was okay. I don't know what happened though.
Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree, you're leaving my airspace. Resume own navigation. Contact Langen Center on 118.75. Good day.
118.75 for 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Center, 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree, 2600. 808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree, Langen Center, QNH 990, radar contact, continue.
I think we need to go a little bit below the clouds, or we won't be able to see the castle. And that's in about 13 minutes. I'm just leaving the view like this to be sure I'm safe. I'm short and I like to have good tall visibility. Right now we're like right on money with the waypoint. As you can see, okay, we're right here. Okay. I do have to use the restroom. I can only hope and pray that if I do, everything will be smooth on this autopilot. this second monitor with me so I know for sure I'm safe. See, and that's the cool thing about this plane, bro. I can see one, well, the co-pilot plus 1, 2, 5 in the back. Yeah, 3 in the back. Pretty sure. Yep, 3 in the back, 2 in the middle, 2 in the front. Real smooth flight though so far. Nothing too crazy at all. We got the good views. It's a super nice day to fly. Come on, take the risk. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back, folks. We're getting to some beautiful, beautiful hills that are going to be surrounding this mountain where the castle is and the town is.
127.6 for 808 Alpha, India Romeo, 7901 tree.
Maybe get a little bit higher in the altitude. It's absolutely gorgeous though. Yeah, this will be the perfect view right here. Absolutely beautiful mountains with the clouds wisping over the tops. This is a beautiful scene. Okay, so how far out? 5 minutes out. Okay. Now we need to turn again. So the town of Kokem is kind of like what you're seeing out there on the window. It looks like a river. It'll be kind of like that. Yeah. Because we're lower, there's more turbulence. Wanted to get stay low to get a nice shot. Get a nice pass through, flyover. Oh yeah, I'm locked in. I'm gonna be there very soon. Less than 5. God, look at this. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it justice. Yep, about 3-ish minutes out. I tried to get as close as I could, staying aligned, hopefully, with the river and the nice views. Okay, perfect. Possibly a little rain. Just a very light shower. Yeah, visibility's absolute ass. Well, it's going to be like right up here. I think it's going to be right where it says to make that turn. So if we can't see it, it's torched. We're just going to have to make our way towards the switch. That'll be a damn shame because it's been so nice out. And we just hit this rough patch. Come on. Yeah, it's right here. Let's just see if we can see it at all. really hope we can. I'm gonna detour a little bit and go right here. Torch. I'm going down. Okay, we barely saw it. It's just such bad weather. Now we're making our way to Switzerland. And I actually think, yeah, runway 7. So let's do direct. We have about an hour and 50 till we get to Switzerland, so I'm gonna go about 10,000. Oh, let's go 88. Get out of this freaking, look at the freaking difference, bro. That's incredible. So our GPS is working, all that stuff. We got it all set up. It's on autopilot. We're gonna get we're all aligned here. Got an hour and 27, not an hour 50. Once the speed gets higher, we'll be good. There we go. Now it should keep us aligned pretty much the whole way. Until we get up to where we need to land. And at that point, I know what to do. Damn, it's a shame. Maybe I'll do a mini video. Ow, mother trucker. Oh yeah. Just hit my, oh my god, that felt so good on my leg. Okay. maybe I'll do a mini video where I get like a water plane, and because that river was very thin, way more thin than I thought. But the good news is it's so thin that it could fit perfectly in the river, and I think we'd be able to float and have an amazing view of the city and an amazing view of the town. And if not, we can at least pull up and then take off and get a really sick view and do a fly around and then do whatever. So the good news is hold up.
Center, QNH 9 or 9 or 1. Radar contact. Continue. Center, 808 Alpha India Romeo, 79 or 1 tree. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. 808 Alpha India Romeo, 79 or 1 tree. Center, cleared for the Charlie airspace. Cleared through Charlie airspace. 808 Alpha India Romeo, 79 or 1 tree. Alpha, India, Romeo, 7901 tree. Contact Reams Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day. 128 decimal tree for 808 Alpha, India, Romeo, 7901 tree. Reams Center, 808 Alpha, India, Romeo, 7901 tree. Flight level 270. 808 Alpha, India, Romeo, 7901 tree. Reams Center, radar contact, continue.
Switzerland, I'm going to figure out our plan. Our goal is to get, let's see, I'm going to pull up the U.S. map for a map. I'm really just trying to pull up Google Maps. The goal is to go after Switzerland to around Spain, potentially through Spain a little bit, maybe to like one of the main hubs in Spain. Then we go to Portugal. Portugal's going to be one where we'll probably do a little bit of island hopping and or just like a water plane. So like a float plane, whatever. So it's like we'll probably do that when it comes to Portugal. And from Portugal, we'll probably head towards our next very special destination, iconic destination. So I'll leave that till last. I'm not going to announce that part right now, but from this, we're going to be landing at it's literally in that airport nestled right beside the Swiss Alps. And so that's it, man. Because really the only way I'm circumnavigating and figuring out where I want to fly is Google Maps. And I just look, kind of pinpoint each leg as I go, really. But, there are some legs when I started off this trip that were like 3 or 4 hours, or I think one of our longest legs was a 5-hour flight. But I don't want to get that. It's starting, if you look up there, it's starting to get a little icy. It's not bad, so we probably only need level 1, and that should clear of like engine protection, or sorry, windshield ice protection. If it was extremely, like when we start getting towards the Alps, it might get really cold. Like right now, outside air temp is negative 58, but we're also 30,000 feet up, so that's why. The Cirrus Vision Jet is phenomenal because it gets, to me it's phenomenal because, right now when we do our legs across the world, I am not being realistic in the sense of refueling. That's the only thing I'm not being realistic on. In reality, the flight, everything else is chill. It's just that part of it. I don't drop down to refuel and go back up towards our final destination. I more or less make them flyovers if we're looking at it. If we're looking at specific stuff. On the way to our destination, like today, we were trying to see Kokem and the Kokem Castle, but we could not. When we flew through Germany at the start, or once we got through that, it was very hazy and very, very poor visibility, so we dipped up out of there, flew up to 30 thou. That's really all we could do. Now we're cruising straight towards the beautiful Swiss Alps. From what I understand, this airport is going to have the most beautiful scenic entry, where it's just like I said, it's going to have really good views. I try to make the airports good as far as our, when we enter into our locations. I like to have an airport that has a good view. Like when we did Chicago, we made our way from Arkansas, Fayetteville, XNA over to and that's how we started the trip around the world. And then so each time it was like I was looking for the most unique spots to land and explore. And so if you watch my trip around the world on my YouTube channel, it is 808's Trip Around the World, and then we have the Explorer series where we're exploring certain destinations we land in. But it's a whole separate series within the Trip Around the World. But since we're going to see most of the views on the way, which we did, there's not going to probably be an Explorer series for this leg. We're going to be able to see the mountains in the Swiss Alps upon entry, upon arrival. Speaking of arrival, what are we looking at? We're about 21 minutes out. Okay, not bad, man. Not bad, dude. It's been a nice flight, nice calm flight. I am pretty sure, though, even if we had a full tank of gas, it would have gotten us this whole leg. Like, it would have gotten us the whole leg, including the flyover. But whenever you have your fuel turned on, you have to keep in mind that everything around you incorporates into it going down. I mean, you've got to be honed in on your plane. You got to know what you're doing. And it's like, once you, this jet is really chill to figure out how to learn. So once you lock in with that, it's pretty chill, man. You're able to kind of hone in. I'm gonna hone in on nothing in particular, but like our next I'm excited, man. Portugal will be our first. Yeah, Portugal's gonna be like our first island vibe. Pretty sure, yeah. There are some places we didn't really explore fully. So that's okay. That's totally okay, because I have an idea. I'm pretty sure the places that we didn't explore down towards the south, we were going to fly over once we got back to the U.S. Because right now we're flying cross countries. We did a first stint in the U.S. and flew across. We did, if you guys look, I had a very specific itinerary. Now it's kind of fly as we go. Like I said, we're flying to the Swiss Alps. We're trying to do really unique locations. Obviously, like we're gonna do stuff like Egypt, Israel, all the just dope places. There's a lot to see. And then once we get back towards Spain, Portugal, and then it's like, we're going to go downwards. Brazil. We're going to go all across the southern countries. And then from there, make our way to the pretty sure to the west. Yeah, we're gonna make our way to the west and go back towards the US. Once we're done with our little southern countries tour, Brazil, a bunch of different countries. There's going to be a lot of stuff on that. Super unique vibes. We're going to have ocean vibes. There's going to be so much dope stuff. I said we were about like halfway done with our world tour. I don't know about halfway. Maybe like 30%, 35, 40%, 30 to 35% done. We're going to hit up all the other states I want to hit up as we make our way through the South countries into the West towards the Portland, Seattle, Cali, all that. I mean, we haven't flown near any of that, so that's where we're going to get our entry back into the U.S. from our journey.
Zurich Center on 126.225. Good day. Going to 126.225. 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. Zurich Center 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. Flight level tree 00. 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. Zurich Center, radar contact continue.
So yeah, that's pretty much we'll get our entry back into the US, and then we'll make our way from like Cali down through like we've seen so much. I mean, it's all documented. I don't think we saw the Vegas Strip. I don't know how much of it we saw, but yeah. Then we make our way from the southern, the states towards the west coast, and from there we're going to make our way towards Mexico area. Yeah, that's what we were gonna do, is make our way towards from Cali downwards, and then kind of just curve, go all the way through the states in that area, and then cruise towards Mexico, and then cross all the way towards Florida, go to like Key West or whatever, and then that, I think Key West or Key West or something like that is going to be the one of the last stops. Like, because that means we'll have pretty much we started in Fayetteville in XNA, so we're going to ultimately end up there, and that is how we're going to finish the tour around the world. But we're going to have to, like I said, I think we're going to do that final leg of flight to get back home to end it will be XNA, or will be Key West to XNA. That'll be deep down south, all the way up to the northwest. And yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. That might not be a final last leg, but it'll be a long journey from now. Looking at 12 minutes. I'm gonna definitely get back down to about 3,000. It's going to get us back down to reality so we can be ready to land this puppy.
Alpha India Romeo 79er 1 tree. Contact. Bird approach on 127.325. Good day. 127.325 for 808 Alpha India Romeo 79er 1 tree. Bird approach 808 Alpha India Romeo 79er 1 tree. 14,500. 808 Alpha India Romeo 79er 1 tree. Bird approach
Damn, these are beautiful mountains, bro. We are definitely in Switzerland, folks. Gorgeous, gorgeous approach so far. Wow, folks. Absolutely freaking gorgeous, brother. Wow. Boy, oh frickin' boy. This is sick.
Alpha India Romeo 791 tree, you're leaving my airspace. Resume O navigation. Contact Geneva Center on 125.55. Good day. 125.55. 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. Geneva Center 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. 10,000. 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree. Geneva Center QNH 909er tree. Radar contact continue.
From what I understand, the approach to this is like nestled, literally, the runway's nestled, I think literally within the mountains. Not inside, just, it's a finesse. It's not like this airport right here. It's not like that. It's apparently different. I think it's nestled even more in the mountains than that. Even though that's a pretty straightforward, sick Saint Stefan. But no, I mean, look at this freaking view, dude. Absolute fire. And this is a direct route, so I mean, we're going direct to the airport. Let's see. Yeah. Once we get through that peak right there, we're going to be dropping down. So I think with that, I will drop down the speed a little bit. But just absolutely incredible, there we go. Absolutely incredible views. I'm going to scooch us over a little bit with our heading. Avoid a collision. I will say, guys, it's been a minute since I've done one of these flights. This is incredibly relaxing and ultimately so fun for me. I love these dudes. We're gonna clear it. We cleared it. Okay, now I need to slow down even more. Now we are officially solo.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
So there's our airport right there for VFR. Straight ahead. What I need to do, once I get down here, is chill out a sec like that. Call them so I can land this puppy.
Tower, 808 Alpha, India Romeo, 7901 tree, is 3 miles north, 7200, with whiskey to land.
Look at this approach, folks.
808 Alpha, India Romeo, 7901 tree tower, QNH 995, enter left traffic runway 07. Enter left downwind runway 07. 808 Alpha, India Romeo, 7901 tree.
Okay, so we have our
808 Alpha, India Romeo 7901 tree, wind 057 at 5. Clear to land runway 07.
we are officially
Clear to land runway 07. 808 Alpha, India Romeo 7901 tree.
absolutely beautiful approach. There we go.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
We're getting down to speed.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Hold up. Yeah. There's our landing.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
We're just
Pull
scared.
up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Here we go.
Alpha, India Romeo 791 tree. Turn next taxiway.
Just a little bit of glitching right there. Slam on the brakes. Slam on the brakes.
Alpha, India Romeo 791 tree. Contact ground on 121.705.
That was a little sketchy there.
121.705 for 808 Alpha, India Romeo 791 tree.
Okay, that was sketchy, but we had a really good landing. Except for, like, me gunning it down to the ground.
Sound ground, 808 Alpha, India
Now let's get to
Romeo
parking.
791 tree. Taxi to parking.
808 Alpha India Romeo 7901 tree. Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Echo Cross runway 25 Bravo Alpha Charlie Cross runway 25 Foxtrot Sierra.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Echo Cross runway 25 Bravo Alpha Charlie Cross runway 25 Foxtrot Sierra 808 Alpha India Romeo 791 tree.
Something ain't right, folks. What did I do wrong? I'm gonna try to turn it back on. And see why it's doing this. I get that. Huh. Yeah, we might be shit out of luck, folks. It did say something about overheating, yet everything was in the green. What I will say is look at that, dude. We made it to the beautiful... Let me out of my damn plane. We made it to the beautiful Swiss Alps. I will say. Let me do that right there. It's a beautiful, beautiful airport. And yes, see, so it's really nestled in here. But it has a beautiful approach, beautiful runway, super easy. And you come in like right up there, I think. Super chill approach. And you make your way around here and boom. Yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. This is our probably one of our coolest entries in yet. But yeah, I will see y'all on the next one, and we will be headed towards somewhere, Spain, Portugal. We're gonna be checking it out, fam. Cheers, and until the next one, 808 Tim, out.